Good morning, welcome back. It's Brenda. So happy that you came back. I have an apology to make. It was pointed out to me that the bottom of my journal couldn't be seen on camera. I mean, she's very long. So I'll quickly go through it again and hopefully the whole thing will be seen. All right, I'll just go through the pages, and I'm thinking I'm all in frame now. So we have our pocket there, and then this pocket, and I've got a couple things in there with the butterfly, and then our top pocket. So yeah, I don't know who else may have been bothered by that fact, but I wanted to make sure that it was completely seen. So, and that's our long bookmark with the angel at the bottom. And I'll just take it out for now. And then that's our long pocket there with the fabric and the flora papers. And then our two side pockets, and then that's the bottom. I'm trying to keep an eye on, and this is our flap. I told you I was making the trying to make a file folder flap, and I managed to do one. I just have to attach it back into the journal, and then the tabs that I've put on there like that, and then the doily, and the tabs, and the bottom is just the continuation of the rest, and then our little tuck spot, and then our one pocket there. And so I'm hoping you can see all of it now, so I really apologize for that. And then this is our fabric pocket that we made with the little collage with the dictionary page, and then that's our pocket here, the tube pocket that we made, and then that, and then the back again, just like that. So hopefully it was all seen this time, and that you didn't. Maybe I'll pop it sideways and you can see the whole thing, just like that. And then this is the closure with the jewels, and then our really long book page. All right. So hopefully that was better and you were able to see everything. Okay, so hopefully you've grabbed scraps and some pretty paper, and so I've just been kind of playing around, and I just have a few little things here. This is a piece of, it's actually a piece of a envelope. It was just kind of a cut off. Anyway, I put some pages into it, and then I sewed a stitch down the center of it, and I actually did not too bad, which is amazing. And then, excuse the vacuum, my husband's vacuuming in the basement, so I told him it was okay because it's life sounds, right? So I just added a little pocket with some stickers, and then I just have some coffee dyed paper, and then I put a little pocket with a scrap and put some stickers in there. And this is a piece of oh goodness, the pattern paper for sewing, and some stickers. And that's just a leftover piece of the fabric from our tall journal there. And then yeah, so I didn't add very much. I just wanted to add a few things to show you. And there's a flip with a little tuck in there. And then on the back, there's a little tuck spot as well with some stuff. And then the back page, this is just Tim Holtz things. And then there's some little stickers in there. And I glued the top of it shut, and I left the side open so that can have some little goodies in there. And oh yeah, I think the top of this one is open as well, so you can always add a tag in there and have it sticking out with the tail. That would be fun. And then there's this little tiny guy I made. Look how small he is. Like, how precious is that? Anyway, I didn't do so hot sewing it in the middle. I tried, but it didn't work. But at least the pages are together and it can be dressed up. And if you have like even the tiniest little bits of stuff, like you can just do a little punch or cut little shapes, and you can add them into your book, and you can add a tiny little tuck spot. Or if you have, oh, where's my little bunch of flowers here? I have this flower trim. Let me just cut a couple off and I can show you quickly. Like you can just take that and add it to your cover. Add it to your cover like that. Or in a page, you know, you can add it. That'd be just very cute to do that. So I just have a bunch. They're not, some of them, like this one, will open long ways. And so I just sewed 2 of them, and then they can be stapled, they can be sewn, you can do a 3-hole pamphlet stitch on them, whatever you want. There's no, there are no rules and there are no mistakes, as you know. We just do it and have fun. So grab your scraps, your pretty papers, your stapler, your glue, whatever you want to use, and let's just have a play with our scraps. I have my scrap bag handy, one of them right there. It's just full of different papers, and I actually now have 3 bags of scraps where I had been down to 1. Now I have 3, which is good. I mean, and then I'm gonna try and use them all up. So anyway, let's just have a craft together and we'll just have a little play. All right. And I don't think it matters how many papers you put in. You know, it depends on how chunky you want them. Like the little guy, my little tiny one here, I used 4 sheets. So it gives you 4 papers, 2 sides per sheet. So there's quite a few in here. And then once you can just stamp inside of it if you wanted to. Just put, if you have tiny stamps, just stamp little images on your papers. That would be cute. You can put a hole in your thing there, and you can add a bulb pin to it, and you can have it as a little hanger, and it can be a dangle on a page, or your like a spine dangle if you want to add charms to it or whatever. That would be cute. Okay, enough talking. Let's get to it. And then I don't cut really, I just use my ruler. And then these are all scraps. This is a scrap from one of my kits from Antonio, and I just add it in, and then can tear it down. You can have rough edges, it doesn't matter. You do whatever you want. It's all fun. It's all fun, and we're getting rid of scraps, which is perfect. So I'm going to staple this one, and because it's so small, I don't have to get out my little foam board, and I'm going to try and get it on the spine. If you miss, don't stress. Don't worry about it. It's all good. So there we go. Then we have a little bit of paper that comes up, and then the staple. And yeah, I missed the middle. That's okay. And I'm just going to squeeze down the, well, if I can, it keeps moving, but squeeze them down as flat as you can. I do anyway, just so that it's not, there's not like a little bump there. So, and then we have that. And then you can grab just any little bits, stickers. If you can stamp out a number, like a small number, cut it out, rip it, and put it on your front. I just have these Tim Holtz snippets, and they are small. There are a lot of really small bits in here. And then you can just add. So that's what I'm gonna do. Just a couple things on the front. And then a couple things inside. So how's everyone? You working on anything? You have plans for the weekend? We don't have to pick up Braden today. Amanda's going to do that, my daughter, and then she's going to bring him here, so that's going to be awesome. So I just have that, and there's this tiny piece of something in here. I'm just going to cut it, and I'm going to use it. And I'll keep that little piece there. It's just kind of frayed at the bottom, so it looks like it was some kind of trim. And I'm just gonna, whoops, that kind of moved all funky. I'm just gonna add it to the top. I forgot to leave my glue on the side. There we go, just lay it down. Right, and I'm just gonna, you can add a flower on the front if you have mini flowers or butterflies, whatever you want, and then there's the front, just like that. And then on the inside, it keeps opening to the middle, so I'm gonna find something small. You can make it into a little tuck spot if you want, or just glue it all down, it doesn't matter. It's whatever you want. I'm just gonna glue this one down all the way. I know, right? No tuck spot. Just like that. There we go. And when you're finished, if it keeps staying open, then put a little clip there for a little bit, and it'll, you know, to train it to stay flat. Yeah, all these tiny little things, my goodness. So I'll leave this one a little tuck spot if I can. We'll see if I can just kind of go right on the edges with the glue. We'll see how that holds. Here we are. Because I mean, I have in that pack, there's things that are even smaller than this. So there we go. I think there's a little tiny butterfly. He can fit inside, but I'm gonna put him on a different page. So you see, you just add different little elements to each one. Just make it your own. Like I say, you can stamp your the whole thing can be stamps. You can just whatever. I'm just going to put this little clip on it and hold it shut for now. And then there's this one. So this is all I do. I just take some scraps, fold it in half, and then I'm going to stick it in here, because every time you do this, well, there's more scrap right there. So, and then a piece of tea dye paper, coffee paper, whatever you want. I just put them at one edge, like so they'll be at the top. And if they come out a little bit, that's okay. That's a nice look, I think. I have some music paper. This one has a beautiful angel on it, so I'm going to keep that one. And then I'll just take this one and fold it down. I know there's music paper in there, but it's not the same. I'm just going to cut it down at the bottom. And then it makes more for the next for the next little book. And there we go. Put that in there. So yeah, the paper is whatever you have. So I just try to make it up at the top or the bottom, whichever one you're going for to be the same, but I really kind of like that on the edge like that, so I'm going to keep it like that. And then I'm just going to tear these bits off. Just like that. But yeah, I think this is going to be like a little ratty book. What do you think of that? I think that's kind of cute. I like that. Pop that over there so it doesn't get lost. So there we have some pages in there. And then if you need coffee dyed paper or tea dyed paper, use that as well. I'm just going to grab a piece of my pattern paper here and pop that inside as well. Oh, just like that. Do a little tear. This stuff is hard to tear, but that's all right. It just, if it gets a little ratty, well, that adds to the look of the journal. So that's all right. And that can be the center. If you don't like this flimsy stuff in the middle, then just change it, put it in a different spot, and then add a harder page there. So let's staple this one closed. Oh, I'm still going to be able to do it. So that's good. I'll put 2 staples in this one just because it's longer. There we go. And there's that one. Cute. And see, it doesn't take a lot of pages because once you start dressing them and adding some little pockets and stuff, you're gonna have, it'll get nice and chunky. So that's cute. And yeah, I just grabbed a couple of my bins with some things in it, stickers, and this one is just labels and numbers, and then there's flowers, and that's way too big. And we have numbers, and if it comes off, like the pages we left kind of ratty, which is a lot of fun. If you like that look, then do it. It's, yeah, I don't mind that look at all. And you can ink or not ink. These ones I'm not inking. Just want to move that over a little bit. I put ink right to the edge of it, so I should probably keep it on the front page. And what else do we have here? Come inside. You can put that there. That can be a tuck spot or it can be a pocket. I think I'm going to glue the two sides and we'll make it a little tuck spot. But you can do this mass make style, like you can make all of your mini journals at the same time and then add pockets to them all and then fill all the pockets. You know, if you pick a system that's easy for you and just go with it. You know, you don't have to do one at a time like I'm doing. I'm just doing it to give you some ideas and to hopefully inspire you to create some for yourself. And so here, just add a stamp right there in the corner. But yeah, if you have favorite stamps and stuff, you know, you just get them out and get your colored inks and yeah, just have a play. That's what this is. It's just having a play with your stuff. And so we have that. And then I'll just come to the back and add something in the back. Maybe this little, we'll have that as a little top loading pocket. And then we'll move on to the next one. So I'm just adding a few elements into each one so that you can see how each one looks. And you don't have to have Tim Holtz anything. You don't have to have anything like that. I mean, if you have just a piece of paper like this, you can just glue it in and it can become a little flip page. And you can add a little punch of something in there, even if it's like a circle. You can punch circles out and do an edge with your circles or your hearts or your squares, and then just glue them on the edge and then have it as a tuck spot. So there's a few ideas for you there anyway. And then we'll just put this little guy inside there. And so then that's that one. This one I've already added paper to. I didn't do anything with it, but I just added some of that index page from the bird book and some coffee dyed paper, and that's it. And I just stuck it inside there. All right, so we're going to staple this one as well. If you have colored staples, use colored staples. Those are always fun to use. I think mine are purple. Yep. My staples are purple. And why not? It's just a fun little element to use other than, you know, other stuff, I guess. I don't know how to explain it. But try and find a little something here. Airmail. So is that a 9 or a 6? We're going to make it a 9. I'll just pop the number 9 on the outside there. Go. And I have some Tim Holtz, the mini paper dolls. So I'm gonna see, I don't know if I have one tiny enough for this little journal, but I think she's a little too tall and she's sitting. But I had thought that I had some really tiny ones, but although they are small, because she's not, well, I guess she fits on the page, doesn't she? So let's see what she looks like. I'm just gonna try it, and why not? I mean, got them, might as well try and use them. You can just have her sitting like that. No. Yep, you're right. I heard you. It doesn't look right. So I have some stickers. I'm gonna do a little side tuck or something. I'm just gonna trim this piece down a little bit, just like that, and add it there. And again, it's just scrap. So I'm just gonna glue the 3 sides, and we're gonna make it a little tuck spot. If the glue comes out, there, finally. There we go. There, I'll just pop it in the center there, and I'm not putting it to the edge. It's kind of nice to see the blue ink in there. And then I just have some stickers. See if I can find a small enough one that will fit in there. Yep, just like that. And the little tip will stick out, but that's fun. Why not? Then I have a little sticker stamp. I can pop that in there too. And they go on a bit of a slant. I don't know if that one will fit actually. Nope. Too square. Here's a little safety pin stamp. Little safety pin stamp. Pop that in there. Hopefully I've been on screen. So there we have the number on there. And then we have a little corner tuck, a little side tuck. So that one. So, and you can just dress them to your heart's content. Now this tiny little thing that got sewn, but not so great at the back, but that's okay. Let's see what I have here. I have these little stickers. They're little stamp stickers, but why not? We're just gonna add right there. Right like that. It just gives it a little color. And again, you can add a little tiny flower. I think I might do that actually. Put the little flower, maybe just one of them. Grab this pink one. There we go. And just add that on there. Take a hold of it somehow. So it's just something to use up your scraps and make pretty things for your journals. You know, these would be great to add into your journal and just put them into a little tuck spot. And yep, and then I have, it's just a little, it's a ruler, it's a Tim Holtz one, but you don't have to use it as such. You can just cut it up and use it. So you can just add it right there. I'm just going to add glue to the corner, and it can be a tuck spot. Maybe just a touch along the bottom and up the corner if the glue comes out. There we go. All right. And you don't have to put it on the page straight. And then tiny little something something in here. And if it sticks out the top, that's okay. It doesn't matter. Here, we got that little guy right there. I'll put him there. And then there's another one. And then it can just stick in right like that. Little tiny things. Goodness. And then there's our little flower on the front. And then here's a bigger one. I just have, this is tea stained paper, and I have some, just some scrapbook paper, some wallpaper, and some of our page from the bird book. And then I'm just going to, same thing, just going to staple it. This one I think is a bit longer, so the trick is to curl it. Don't put like a bend in it for like you're gonna fold it, but I'm gonna try it and see if it works. I've not done this before with, I usually grab my little spongy pad and I staple. So that's a first for me doing that little trick. I saw that on Tina from Shabby Dabby Doodah. She did that, and so thought I'd give it a shot. And it works. And then it's all stapled together. And then these pages, because they're bigger, well, you might be more comfortable with the bigger pages. I don't know. But there's a lot of us who love the micro minis, and so I'm just bringing over the pages, and so that they'll lie flat for opening and stuff. So there we go. And then we can just dress the front. I have a stamp here. You can put a stamp on it. And there's a little bit of, I found my blue scene binding. But yeah, there's flowers. You can pop some flowers on there, and just, I think what I'll do is I'll put the stamp on here and put the flowers on top. So let's see how that works. See how it looks. Ooh. There we go. And then I'll just glue the flowers on. It's Tim Holtz flower. You could put lace down the spine if you'd like. Like whatever you can think of. I know I just covered up that whole stamp, but it's okay. I just wanted it more for a different background kind of deal in there, so that's what I did. And then the glue, it'll take a minute to dry, but that's okay. So this is where you can bring in some Tim Holtz peeps, and then you can just add them to your pages. You can do a little collage behind them if you want. Got some little bit of music page, or you can take this. I'll show you a little something. Grab my glue stick. And this is that lovely paper. I just scrunch it all up, and then I'm going to add it onto here. I just spread my glue stick around and put this on top. Just crumple it all up. I like the paper when it's all scrunched up, and if you don't like it, smooth it right out. You don't have to have it like this. Just like that. Add a little bit up here. Just like that. I'll take off this little edge. Just like that. And then I'm going to add just one of the little elements here. So it's just building. if you want to build your page. And I'm going to put those little cuties right there. Well, probably a good thing. It looks like his neck is cracked. There we go. So thanks again to everyone who has sent me emails and pictures of all of your makes, especially with the long slim journal that we did. I know there's a few of you who were doing it with me, so it's just a lot of fun to see all that. So I know, like, I really appreciate all of the emails and stuff. And so there we have that little collage, like, so cute. And again, you can ink it if you want. You don't have to, because I haven't inked and it looks lovely. And if you just want to add like little elements, like if you just want to add a mushroom or a butterfly or something, that's all you need to do. Is just add a little element there, and you can save this for writing, but you've got a nice little interest there. I'm just going to use my glue stick now since it's right there, and the piece is just tiny. So, and there we go. And it's just an element, just like that. Okay, so I think I'm going to leave it there for today. I hope I've given you some ideas on making minis and how you can pretty them up and add little bits of goodness to it. So yeah, it's just somewhere for you to start. So there's that one, and we put the mushroom there, and I think that's all we did to this one for now. And I might come back and do some stamping inside if I pick some, you know, a flower stamp or a butterfly stamp or whatever, then they can just be stamped on. And then here's this little guy. He's our frayed little one, so he's adorable, and that's a little tuck spot. And let me pop something in there because it's nice and dry now. And put that in there like that. So there's that. And what else? Did we do anything else in this one? I don't know. Oh yes, we put our stamp up in the corner. And then our back pocket there with the little ticket inside, and I'll just add this in there as well. And so we have that one. And then this one, I didn't make a little tag for that. Actually, I don't think I'm going to actually make a tag. I'm just going to put bits of ephemera in here. I think that's a great idea. And then it can be added anywhere into the journal. So we have our front pocket, and then the tuck spot with those, and then the piece of fabric in there, and the little flip out, and here, and then our little pocket at the back. So we did good. And then here's this other little cutie. We just popped a number on the cover, and like, so simple, right? It doesn't have to be a lot. And then there's a little tuck spot there that we added. And I think that was it in this one. Yeah, we just did the cover and then the one little tuck spot. And then that's little itty bitty. So we did the cover and we added a tiny little tuck spot in there. And that's that one. So yeah, we did pretty good. What do you think? Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you were able to make a few. And I would really like to see them, whatever you make. So thanks so much for being here with me. Thanks for joining me. And again, I apologize that the tall journal was off screen yesterday, and hopefully showing you again today made up for it. And yes, you guys take care. Have a very blessed rest of your day and a very wonderful weekend. God bless. Bye for now.